Dotloop class today for you guys. If you have any questions throughout the class, feel free to stop me, raise your hand, interrupt, because I'm sure if you're thinking it, a lot of other people are thinking the same question as well. So pretty much in order to get into Dotloop, you start from MyKW. I'm sure from George Kelly's classes, you know how to log into MyKW and everything like that. From MyKW, you're going to click the button under My Transactions, which is going to be Messages, which from there will load Dotloop. You'll see up top is going to be the 5 control buttons where majority of the stuff in Dotloop is going to happen. The first thing from the first time you go in, you're going to want to do is going to be set up your profile. That's going to be the 6th button over to the right. You're going to hover over the person icon and then hit My Account. From there, you're going to want to scroll through your profile, make sure you fill in company information, things like that, office address, all your contact information. All that information is going to automatically populate into contracts and documents, so this way every time you don't have to go through and put in your office address when you're filling out offers, things like that. Questions with that? No? Down the bottom is going to be email notification settings. By default, they're all going to be checked. You want all of them to stay checked. So this way, anytime anybody signs a document, does anything, you get an automatic notification as well. After you go through, fill out company information, things like that, you're going to want to hit Save down the bottom. Again, next button over to the left is going to be the Settings button. Same thing, you want to go through, fill out all your name, contact information, email address, phone numbers, office address again, and hit Save down the bottom. If you ever need to change email address or your password, that's all going to be down the bottom of the settings page as well. Document preferences is going to be the next button down. You can change the font color, text sizes, so that it automatically defaults to a certain text or color if you want. That's going to be an option in there. Upgrade is going to be the next button in Dotloop settings. There's no need to click that ever. With Keller Williams, we already have the premium accounts, so there's no upgrades available. Next button over up the top is going to be Templates. When you load this, you're going to see to the left is going to be a lot of template forms in there. So you have agreement of sale docs, listing docs. The office already set up all those folders in there for you for compliance reasons. So this way, if you have a new listing, you can click listing docs and you'll see the docs that you need are in there already. Every document for all of New Jersey and Pennsylvania is preset up in Dotloop for you. There's no need to really add anything else. Everything is already going to be pre-filled in there and have all the necessary boxes, things like that as well. Questions thus far? Personal documents, you can upload your own documents for use as well. So if you have a specific form or something that you use on transactions that the office doesn't use, you can put that in there and pre-fill and put in all the boxes and everything that you need of who's signing what, check boxes, things like that. So let's say I have this document on my computer that I use for every deal, and let's just go under the assumption that it's not one that's already in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the personal documents in the template section, and then I'm going to hit Add from Computer. And then you're going to see that document's going to come up. This is going to be the longest time setting up in Dotloop of anything that you're going to have to do. Is if you have personal documents that you use that aren't the office documents, you have to go through and put everything in. So I'm going to open this up. As you see, there's nothing here already. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to hit Add Text. up the very top, move around the boxes and everything. So I would go through the whole document in there, put all those boxes in, and then save it. So this time, each time I have a transaction, I don't have to go in and put that specific form in. It's already in there, and already all the boxes and everything are set up in there. You'll see other actions is going to be where you can add initials, date, name, checkbox, things like that. There's all those things in there for you to put into the form. Up the top by default is going to be the add signature and add text box already. So after I've gone through, I've filled out all the places that I need in this, I'm going to put the couple last signature boxes that I need. And then I'm going to hit save. So now that document, that's my individual document, is saved as a template in there, so I can use it on any transaction at any time. You can also go through, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. You can't load a Word document.
Dotloop will only take PDF documents because that's the only type of documents you can actually sign and secure that are secure.
How do you change the Word?
If you go into Word, when you open it in Word, you hit File, Save As, and save it as a PDF.
And you can just do that without, so I think I tried that and you have to pay.
With Give me a second. Obviously mine's going to look a little bit different because I'm using Mac over PC, so the menus and everything are going to be a little bit off. So if I have a Word document, I'm going to hit File, Save As up the top, and then where it says Format, I'm going to click it and hit PDF, and then save it. And then just choose where you want it to save on your computer, and then you can upload it into Dotloop from there. Like I said, it'll only take PDF documents, no Word documents, no JPEGs, things like that. Only PDF documents, because those are the only types of documents that they can actually add signatures to and then secure, so nobody can go in and edit it later. You got it?
I have one more question. As I'm going through the transaction and saving my docs, like emails back and forth in a file, when I actually close this, I want to upload this file that I have into Loop. But in the beginning, when Loop started, it wouldn't take it. I tried to take the whole file and load it in there as notes, emails, went back and forth. It wouldn't take it. So
You can.
get all that.
You can. It's only going to be for PDF documents, so you can't upload emails.
PDF, if you have to have it signed. I'm just compliant.
It won't save anything else except for PDFs in there.
So I have to take that, can you take the whole file and save it, the whole file as a PDF and then load it?
Not really.
So how do you, when you have 16 emails and 3 months of,
Well, I mean, emails and everything, you would just print it pretty much, hit print, and then save it as a PDF to your computer instead of actually printing it. But other things that you have saved on your computer, I mean, majority of stuff throughout the transaction is going to be PDF files anyway. Home inspection, contracts, any amendments, things like that, copies of checks, all that's going to be in PDF format anyway from the beginning, most likely.
correspondence, like notes and things that you need to keep in the file or things. So better to just print it or create a PDF for the client to have.
Yeah. You can also create your own templates in here too. Like I said, by default, the office has templates set up in there for agreement of sale documents, listing docs, buyer docs. But if you want to use other forms that you have as well, I can go through and I can click new folder, and then I'm going to call it listing. And then I'm going to hit add from templates. So I can go to any of the other folders we have in there set up as the office. And I can choose what documents. So this is going to be a listing. So let's say I need those 2 documents for every listing. I can add it, and then I have that template set up. So when I have a transaction, instead of going through and figuring out every document that I need, I can just add the whole template into that loop and go through and fill out all the forms at once. Yeah. So new folder, you're going to put a name for it. And then by default, it's going to have nothing in it, obviously. And I'm going to add documents from the other templates that the office has set up in there. And then I'm going to choose which ones I want and hit add.
Quick question. If they're all supposed to already be in there, then what other documents would we need to?
Personal documents. So like, for example, we have myself, my team, we have specific seller documents, seller net sheet, seller ways to communicate documents, things like that, that whenever we go on a listing and we're having everything signed, we're going to have them fill out a form that say, what's the best way to contact you? Do you like to be contacted this way? So your
non-compliance
personal,
stuff,
no, not compliance,
Okay.
but your personal forms and everything that you want to use.
Okay.
Let me pull up.